The filter-free diary. Uh,
Good afternoon. It is 4:24 and I am in Switzerland. I made it. I was so tired. And actually, interestingly enough, I dropped my calorie intake down over the last several days of driving on the highway because I'm not doing anything. All I'm doing is just, driving and sleeping and going to the bathroom and driving and doing that thing. So I don't really need calories because I'm not out walking around. I'm not cooking food. I'm not trying to do laundry, even though I need to do laundry. I'm not trying to do any of that stuff. So to save on money, I dropped down my calorie intake and then I got here and I had to unpack my car and I had no energy reserves at all. The first trip of bringing in my bags, totally wiped out. Huffing and puffing, having a hard time standing up straight. That's ridiculous, right? That is ridiculous. But as soon as I got here, they were kind enough to give me my room early, and they fed me in the restaurant. So I instantly doubled my calorie intake already. And then I came up to this room, I laid down, and you know what? I laid down for like 3 or 4 hours because my muscles just did not want to move. They were like jelly. And now of course I can move, but the fuel hasn't really made its way through anything yet. So I'm still huffing and puffing my way to bring up my bags. It's great. It's great. I feel so old. I actually feel my age now, which is 43, going on 44. I'm like, oh, I can't bring up my bags. Anyways, a few days of being healthy and I won't even have a problem moving anymore. But I did put a braid in my hair. I put a braid in my hair because I have a challenge I'm trying to figure out. And anytime I have like a conundrum, like a enigma, like a what the fuck, a fuck, one of those, one of those, I end up weaving it into my hair. I have no idea why, but yeah, that's the deal with this. So last time we talked, well, maybe not the last time, a couple times ago that we talked, I actually mentioned how thrilled I would be to live in a place where I didn't have to drive. And I'm not sure that anyone else can really understand where I'm coming from with that. So I kind of want to break it down to you on a spiritual level, kind of, sort of. And okay, so I'll start with the legs, right? Like, remember way back when we mapped out the body? If you don't, there was I don't know what it's called. I'm tired. I don't work right now. There was an episode so long ago where we mapped out the body. And your left arm is your number 1. Your right arm is your number 2. I don't know my left and my right now. Your left leg is your number 3, and your right leg is your number 4. And the reason it doesn't make the circle like this is because 1 and 3 do a thing like 2 and 4 do a thing. If you think about it, both 1 and 3 are incorporeal. Like, you can't see spirit and you can't technically see the masculine. I know a lot of you are going to argue that point, but I'm telling you, you can't actually see the mind because the mind is not the brain. And then you got the 2 and the 4 mixing because those are the things you can see. You can see earth. You can kind of see desire, kind of. I'm not going to get into the details of that one. But you can also definitely see the feminine in the form. So when you drive, you're using your number 4. You're using your desire on the gas and you're going. And if you have an older car, you're using your number 3, your mind, on the clutch and you're shifting gears and doing that kind of thing. If you don't have an older car, then you're number 3 is just sitting there idle. And if you drive for a living like most Americans do, because nothing is next to us and we can't just walk to the store or walk to any fucking thing, then you end up sitting a certain way after a while. And what it does to your hips and your gait, which is the way you walk, and your whole body alignment is it actually twists it and contorts it a little bit and throws it off. And what you end up with is a weaker hip and a weaker knee if you let that peel outward, which is what most Americans do. Now, the thing is, if you're an American, again, you're in the car driving on an average, maybe 3 to 5 hours a day, depending on how far away your job is. And if you have to do a bunch of other errands like taking kids to soccer or dropping people off at work or, I don't know, whatever else you might be doing. That's 3 to 5 hours of configuring that malfunction in your body structure every fucking day, almost, right? Because nobody works 7 days a week, mostly. And that's not even getting into the, well, instead of doing that, we could be walking, we could be exercising, we could be fixing our gait, fixing our posture, fixing our alignment. And that is just one of the problems I have with driving, what it does to your physical form. So yes, of course, I want to live where I don't have to drive every single day. I don't even want to drive every single week. Of course. But I do love my car. But anyways, have a good afternoon.